Hi everyone, welcome to Michelin King. Today we're going to take a look at a brand new wax called Westminster. So here, this is the 200ml size. We're only producing 23 of these. It's for a very well known event that's happening this weekend. It's the crowning of our new king, and it's a bergamot fragrance. But the thing that really separates this from any of the other waxes that we offer, this is the highest T1, which is Carnauba wax. So T1 is the purest, best, highest quality that you can get. This is the highest T1 that we offer, and it's 70% by volume. So what that means is you've got a lot of T1 content in here. But one of the questions that we're getting asked quite often is, how easy is this wax to apply? So today what I'll do is I'll take you through the steps. If you managed to catch our video the other day on the show car wax, if not, just go back to our previous video and we'll look at a similar run of events, how to get the best out of the wax, what to expect, and obviously just to let you see the ease of application. So first up, we start off with a product called Pure. So Pure is a pre-wax cleaner. All Pure will do is it will chemically clean the paint, remove things like tree sap, small tar deposits, bird fallout, that type of thing. Anything that's, baked onto the paint, so to speak. Because it's the video, we'll only do a small amount, so we'll probably do from about here over and then down the wing. So just take your applicator pad. You do get the dispenser caps with the bottle. These are just our video use ones, so we don't have them on them just now. Something that we get asked as well is how to apply, in what direction, the motion, the pressure. So we'll just go through that very quickly. So just dab this on so that the pad doesn't dry out, so that your microfiber pad doesn't dry out, so that you're picking up new polish all the time. Because the most important thing at this stage is lubrication. You want to make sure that the microfiber has something between the fiber and the paint, and that's particularly important if you have, or if you know that you have softer paint, or maybe older paint, classic paint, that type of thing. This is very easy to apply. The pressure that I'm applying, I would say, is enough just to make sure that the pad doesn't fall off, doesn't drop on the ground. So we're not really, digging in, not using a lot of elbow grease, but you're just using enough to make sure it does the job. Hay fever season at the moment, so excuse me. So this is cute. This is the other thing, everybody loves to see this. So this is essentially what Pure just lifted off the paint. Now bearing in mind, we're testing waxes all the time, and that's just things like, we do have quite a few trees in the car park, so it'll be things like tree sap. The car's used daily, it lies outside daily. Where the car's parked is, has a lot of trees round about as well, so it's a good amount of dirt. If you didn't do Pure and you just went from a clay bar to the wax, that's what you're leaving on the paint. So it's always better to have absolutely clear paint. So I've just brought you round to see that this is already cured. It's curing really fast because we've got a slight wind today, and it's probably about 15-16 degrees. In the sun it's warmer. So all I'm doing here is just a swipe test with my finger, and what I want to see is if there is any connection between the polish. If there isn't, it means that this is ready to remove, which in my eyes is. So what we'll do is we'll take our Kensington microfiber. This time I'll use the shorter nut just because there's more grip to it, and it is absolutely effortless to remove this stuff. No elbow grease, I can comfortably talk to you Let's turn the other side. That's it, perfect. So as you can see, hopefully there is now an increase in wetness. So pure, funnily enough, tends to give you more of a wet look, whereas what we're going to use next is a product called Titan, which is here. So Titan is our high gloss sealant, and Titan tends to give you more of a glossy finish. So let's go. Right, so hopefully you can see now we're making some progress with the car. What I want to do now, you could go straight to wax if you want, but what I want to do, the car's driven daily, it's used in motorway, country roads, just a variety of different settings. So I'm going to add in Titan, which is our high gloss sealant. Now I'll just choose another one of the microfiber pads here. Activate Titan, just give it a shake. And again, just if you think pure is easy to use, Titan is even easier. It's probably one of the quickest bang for buck products that I've ever seen available. You know, the lack of effort that's required and the gloss that you get from this is just insane. Right, so again, we just want to pick up new polish as we go, just to make sure that the pad is always lubricated, it doesn't damage the paint. The other reason that I only apply with straight lines is, for me, I'm more likely to, you're covering less area, so for me personally I feel I'm more likely to catch if there is, you know, I can hear a magpie up in the tree at the moment dropping stuff onto the ground, so if it does happen to drop onto the car and I don't see it, I'm much more likely to feel it and cause less damage. Because if we, just for video's sake, you see this, it's just 1, 2, 3, watch this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It does the exact same job. In fact, in my mind, we've actually got what we would call low spots here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. These are all areas where you don't get that with the straight wipe. You know, you can go up and down as well. The other thing I find, you're less likely to over apply when you use that motion than when you're rubbing so much onto the paint. And as you can see there again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 areas that have been missed or not coated properly on there. It takes you longer and it's actually not as efficient as well. So again, just recover that. So take another Kensington out. As you can tell at the moment, this is my favourite cloth, and for this we'll just use the more plush side. Just go with whatever you feel most comfortable with. There isn't a right or a wrong at this stage. You can flip it over halfway through if you want. And then you're just buffing this off, and this Titan really makes a considerable difference to the finish of the paint. I can see quite a marked difference between the pure and the Titan, and I can see the difference between the two sides as well. So I'll pull you around to let you see this, and as we come round, let's have a look. So you can already see gloss and the wetness coming through. Just to add, this has not been machine polished since I bought it. Give you an idea of the paint condition, it's pretty rough. If you guys can catch that, sometimes it's better on the rear quarter. The sun's not wanting to play. There you go. Not the best. But look at the difference here. It's just incredible. And this is just a standard iPhone. Nothing fancy about it, no editing, anything like that. Just shot straight from the camera and then uploaded to YouTube. So that just gives you an idea of what we've got, and what you can hopefully see from this is how slick this area looks. So already we've got a good level of protection, we've got really nice levels of gloss, and what we're going to do is now add to that. So the long awaited Westminster will now be applied. Okay, so we've got our wax ready to go. This is Westminster, and we've also got our applicator pad as well. Now all I'll do, in fact, try and show you this here, just to show you that even with it being 70%, it's still easy to get that wax. See, between the fingers as well. So you can, if you want, we do get asked this from time to time, you can hand apply this. So just as you do, and then overlapping V. Now what I would say, guys, this is great for me as a manufacturer because you go through a ton of wax, but in terms of application, I mean, look at the chunk I've taken out there and look at the application. Now I'll show you the way that I would typically wax my own car. There's nothing wrong with doing it this way, however there isn't any benefit to doing it this way either. It's, the wax has no idea, bearing in mind that the oil is actually the higher content of any wax. The oils have no idea if you've applied this by hand, machine or applicator. I used to have a larger 4x4, I had the BMW X5 before this, and I would actually on some occasions use the dual action machine just because it was a bit of a beast. So it's just to show you in comparison. It's lovely, it's, you know, it's great marketing, you can apply it by hand and whatnot, but practicality, from a practical point of view, you are using a lot of wax. The other thing you're doing, if you have hands like mine, you are rubbing really quite tough skin against the paint. That's the whole reason behind the microfiber. So as you saw, I've just got this small area here, and it's more than enough. It would have been more than enough to do the whole area. I mean, look at how much excess is on this paint. It's just, what I'll do is I'll bring the camera around and actually demonstrate how little wax you need. That's one of the selling points of a Michelin King wax, is because it's so highly concentrated, you don't actually need that much. Probably like most things, you know, laundry detergent and such, like if you choose the higher concentration, or squash is a good example, you know, you get that double strength. It's just to do with that really. If you buy the higher concentration, you don't need as much, so it makes more sense to do it that way. Much like, you know, many of our liquids, they're all, I mean, look, I'm still taking this wax off, there's still far too much. And the issue is with hand application is once you've applied too much, you need to really hold your hand on to heat the wax underneath and essentially pull that wax back, because for most of us the fingertips don't really hold enough heat, so to speak. And more than anything, you'd be there forever to do this so it's good when we do videos, because you hopefully the knowledge that I've gained from testing waxes and such, like, I don't hide it, you know. I like to pass it on. I like to make sure that our customers are as happy as, you know, as possible, and then all the tips and tricks that I do as well, because that's what it's all about. Detailing is just about sharing, just as the car community is as a whole, you know, sharing the stories and how the engine was built, how you retrimmed the interior and such like. It's all about, you know, including as many people as possible into the story. And I feel when I speak to customers, we had a customer actually commented on our last YouTube video. I demonstrated Titan, and he said that's me, ordered a litre of Titan, and then he's went for Seal as well. And there's no better feeling, because I think he's now got a product that he never had before, that in my opinion he'll be bowled over by. You know, there are just a few times in life where things exceed your expectations, and hopefully with our products they always do, because there's so much research and an inanimate object can't really have integrity, but you know what I mean, there's a lot of integrity behind our company, and hopefully we pass that on to the products, where they stand for high quality, and for us, you're not just a number on the screen. You know, I like to hear from our customers and you know, have a chat and see what they're using, how they're using the products, and if there is something, you know, is their application better than ours and whatnot. So this wax, with it being the 70%, will just about be ready to remove. So as I said, we've got a gentle breeze here today, and what I'll do is I'll bring you around to see, just demonstrate to you how much wax should actually be on the paint. Right, so as promised, I wanted to show you how little wax you need. Obviously you can see there's still quite a lot of finger marks from applying the wax by hand, so just look at the difference there and how little you can see on that panel. If I bring my finger across, you might, so you can hardly see that. Slightly more here, again, just demonstrating how little you need. So just to show you the difference between hand application and using the microfiber, much less likely to over apply with a microfiber than you are with your hand, just simply because the microfiber will pick up the wet wax, whereas your palms are normally coated. Right, so this is ready to remove, so let's give it a go. Again, use the Kensington, and I think on this one I'll use the shorter nap just to get more bite into the hand applied. There we go, I'm making a big fuss about that. That's how easy it is to remove. For 70%, this is just an incredible wax. It's so easy to remove. It looks fantastic. It looks like a very high quality wax should. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up, but you might be able to hear the cloth just cutting through that top layer, because obviously as a 70% T1, it cures really nicely, and it's very easy, very easy to remove. There we go, absolutely beautiful. So let's see where we are with that now. So now we've got really decent levels of protection, but more than that, incredible wetness on the applied area. You've got the gloss as well, you've got the depth, With the variety of waxes that we've used in this, you've also got the darkness, which adds to the gloss. And then if you can see this, you've also got great depth. I mean, just look at that. Looks like wet paint. I think for us this is something that we've almost become experts at now, is absolutely picking, being able to pick clarity, gloss, wetness, you know, all these different characteristics, and being able to engineer the wax extremely well to do exactly what it should. So let's have a quick walk around. The paint is so busy because we've got so many trees round about, but hopefully the clarity of the paint is incredible. The top of that tree, I think I said yesterday, is probably about 30 to 40 feet. That's the very top there, and you can see, well, there's a seagull just flown over. It's about this time that we need the helicopter, so we normally get a few visits a day from the local helicopters because we're so close to the airport. You can see I've applied the wax from roughly here over, just for the video, so if you saw a wee bit of overspray or whatever there, that's not part of what we've... There's another bird just flying through. The clouds as well. And we've got our builders working in next door just now, so you can see their van. Their van's about 12 feet behind me. So let's have a look at the beading. Okay, so I am expecting great things from this because I just think it should be a fantastic beader. Yeah, that's very impressive. Now obviously we've just applied this wax, so you should really let it set for at least about an hour or so, but I'm impatient, as many of you know, so let's try the sheeting. So it's nice, you've still got the beads there, so good level of surface tension as well, which means the car will be easier to clean. And then that just does what it should. So it's acting absolutely as expected. Great surface tension, very fast sheeting. Let's bring you around here and you can just see that for yourself. So essentially if the car was left out and it was raining, you went onto the motorway, the car, in my mind, would be completely dry, as long as it's not still raining. Of course. Just look at how fast that runs off. It's just down to quality of ingredients. You know, we've made so many waxes now, and obviously this is at the higher level. This is what I'm really looking for here. We've got the uniform beads to start out with, the smaller ones, and then as you add more water to it, the beads join together, and then eventually they're too heavy for the tension, and depending on the angle here, they obviously just run off the car. Very happy with that. Right, okay, so thanks very much for joining me today. We had a look at our new wax Westminster. Only 23 of them available. They are selling out, and I presume over the next week or so we will be sold out. So if it is something you're interested in, then please go onto the website. We looked at Pure, which is a pre-wax cleaner, and we also use Titan as well. So the website's mitchellandking.com, and we offer more than 50 different Carnauba waxes. We've got a variety of different sealants, quick detailers, shampoos. You can fragrance the shampoo. We've got a variety of different air fresheners as well. So we are a fully dignified detailing products company. We also manufacture as well, so we manufacture the waxes in-house. So if you do have any requirements for Carnauba wax, then you can leave a message in the comments or contact the team, which is pr@michelinking.com.co.uk, sorry, and they'll come back to you with a quotation. What we normally do with this type of thing is we supply the jars and you supply the artwork, or you can supply the labels. We can also put you in touch with various label companies as well, just depends what you want to do, but we can certainly handle the production of the waxes for you. Thank you very much, take care, bye bye.